Welcome to the Morning Sprint. I'm Brittany Weir. Japhanie is off today. She deserves the day off, but we've got the lovely Rebecca Williams behind the scenes with us, helping us do the switcher today. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, Brittany. If I can, we got a new mouse in here, and it's like really sensitive, and so I'm like, am I clicking it? Am I not clicking it? But yeah, so we're here. Hi, good morning. Happy Friday.
Yeah, so we are going to get you guys started for Good Friday with some positive stories. But first, we want to show you a little teaser video that we're going to get to later in the shows. We have an exciting field day at a New York elementary school that ends with a heartwarming surprise. Stop it right there, Rebecca. We don't give it away. But you can find out why two kids were able to make this day unforgettable. It's a really good story, especially ahead of the weekend, that you're not going to want to miss. But we do want to let you know about something going on in the Hill City. Lynchburg Humane Society needs your help. They are waiving adoption fees through Sunday in hopes of finding forever homes for animals in need. I mean, look at those sweet faces. And that's because right now the shelter, it's out of space. We're told they have around 100 dogs and only 48 kennels on site. And that's why staff are issuing a plea to the public to adopt a pet or provide a foster home for temporary relief. So if you are someone who you're considering adoption, you're thinking about it, no better time than now.
That means every dog has a roommate.
Exactly.
You know how much you hated college and having a roommate. Don't make these dogs live with each other.
I know, and they all deserve a special forever home and the love and care of a great owner. So again, if you are somebody who you're looking for your new best friend, those adoption fees are waived this weekend. We have all the details available for you on our website. So hopefully you see some adorable pets get a lucky home. But also something we want to bring to you is this weekend, if you didn't know, it is Father's Day. So we do want to take a chance and honor some of our fathers here at the station. So if you're taking a look at a picture right there, these are some of the pictures of the fathers we have here at our station. So it's me and my dad, Eugene, at Smith Mountain Lake, Rebecca and her father, and we have a couple more. So let me read through these. So we do want to take a moment and recognize these dads ahead of Father's Day. But if you guys have any pictures of your dads you want to recognize, please send it to us on Pin It. Pin those pictures. We'll give them shout outs either today or this weekend. But also, if you'd like to put it in the comment section below, please do so. I'll give them a shout out at the end of the show. Anyone you want to recognize this weekend. We do have a picture of a photographer, Carter, right there, and his dad when they went flying. His name was Jerry. We also have our producer, Caitlin, who submitted a picture of her dad, Jim. Is when they were living in South Korea back in 2017. So that's that picture right there you're seeing. We also have reporter Abby Coleman and her dad, David. She said he was a UVA fan, but he's always been a big fan of her at Virginia Tech. That's Abby and her dad right there. Big Virginia Tech fans. And then we also have our web producer, Allie, and her dad, Terry. Their photo included their sisters. So we had all of those. And then, Rebecca, if you want to give your dad a little shout out, go ahead.
Well, here's your dad, Brittany. Did you want to say anything?
Oh, yeah, that's my dad, Gene. So that was us at Smith Mountain Lake for our birthdays last year. My dad and I, our birthdays are a week apart, if you didn't know that. So we kind of celebrated together. So I'm actually going to be going home today after work to go home and see him and celebrate with him. And then my brother, who this will be his first Father's Day. So excited for that. So yeah, shout out to the dads.
Happy Father's Day, Dad Weir. And this is my dad. His name is Chuck. We joke around, and so he's a really serious guy. He's one of the smartest guys I know. We call him Chuckles to try to make him laugh. But yeah, this is my dad. He... I feel so blessed to be able to brag on my dad because I know there's a lot of people, that have lost their dads or, have, not as strong relationships with their fathers. And so I think, just being able to reflect on this day and recognize how strong of a pillar he's been in my life and, the guidance and the mentorship that he's been able to give me. It's been really, really sweet. And I think this one is another picture of us. This is the one, this is one of my favorite pictures of my dad and I. Just kind of sums up our relationship. Father's Day is probably one of my favorite days because I love celebrating my dad and how amazing he's been in my life.
Yeah, so if you guys have someone that you want to celebrate or honor, like we said, put in that comment section below, and Jasmine will let us know at the end of the sprint. We'll give them that well-deserved shout-out. But now we want to give a shout-out to some local schools who are doing some big things here in our area. They're being recognized by the Commonwealth with the Initiative Practice Award. So Radford schools work to add STEM courses and content to their curriculum. Roanoke County Schools exemplified a focus on its students' physical, emotional, intellectual well-being with new programs and by having a licensed health counselor in every secondary school. And the Roanoke County, City, and Salem Public School Divisions all received awards for their work with the Student Registered Apprenticeship Program, which connects students and local businesses with apprenticeship opportunities. So congratulations to all of those schools and their hard work and making the classes and everything better for our students. We'd love to see that here. And also, we're going to get to a cool story coming out of Carilion. So take a look at this if you haven't seen it. This cool tool robot here is from Carilion Roanoke Memorial Hospital. It's a new tool to offer the least invasive surgical care for patients. So the new robot is called Da Vinci SP, and it can help treat throat cancer with better imaging and smaller cuts during surgery. So ultimately, the technology shortens recovery times and significantly increases patient comfort.
This just allows us to access a difficult to reach spot. So the back of the throat has kind of historically been really challenging to get to. And back in the day, we had to offer some pretty morbid surgeries to reach it surgically.
So Roanoke Memorial performed its first procedure with the new Da Vinci SP in May. Very cool to see that and see how technology is changing right here in Southwest Virginia. Another story we'll be continuing to follow is that big casino in Danville. I know a lot of people have had a chance to have fun there, place their bets, and because of that, the city of Danville, they're cashing in. The city is getting more than $700,000 from just the first 2 weeks of the casino's operation. Temporary Casino started taking bets in the middle of May and collected about $12 million in gaming revenue. This is huge for the city. Well, the Virginia Lottery released those numbers in its casino gaming report for the month of May. And Danville city leaders say the money will be used in a few different areas, including education, youth resources, and economic development. So happy to see that that money is going to a good cause. And if you're somebody who's been able to get down to Danville and maybe place your bets, let us know in the comment section below what your thoughts are. Maybe if you're just a resident of Danville and you're seeing that this money is going to those places, let us know how that makes you feel. We'll get to those comments at the end.
I mean, $12 million.
That's a lot.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks, $12 million. That's probably more than I'll make in my life.
Same here.
Same here, girl. Like $12 million. So I'm just thinking and this is their temporary location.
Yeah.
Imagine how much money they're going to bring when the entire resort opens next year with a spa and, and the casino and restaurants. And it's that is going, this is exactly what Danville city leaders have been talking about. And I'm so glad that they're finally getting able to, see that, return on investment. They get to see a little bit of that hope and hopefully reinvest back into Danville.
Yeah, it'll be tons of jobs that this is bringing to the area as well for people. So a lot of boost in the economy there. Again, we'll continue to follow that, especially once that permanent location opens next year in the summertime. So keep an eye out for that. But we want to let you guys know about an event that is happening this weekend. If you need plans on Saturday, you can celebrate Juneteenth with a family reunion at Eureka Park in Roanoke. So the Roanoke Cultural Collective is hosting an event from 12 to 5 p.m. You and your family can join the community in a day filled with music, dance, food, and history. They're starting the morning off with a request from the mother of Juneteenth with a breakfast of prayer. A number of local organizations will be performing, like Angels of Zion, Explosion Athletics, and Custom Vibes. Roanoke City Sheriff's Office will also be handing out free food to the youth.
This weekend, we wanted to be such an inspiration to encourage people they can come out in the community, participate, but know that it's safe and accessible. We want to bring back the optimism that it is okay to come out and gather and know that we're in this together.
Now, Bernadette recommends if you do plan on coming out to the park on Saturday, bring your own seating or a picnic blanket and plan to have a good time. Now, Bernadette told me that she is so excited for this event, and it's called Family Reunion because they want their neighbors and community to know that everyone there is a part of one big family. So don't think that this is a certain family and you can't show up. This is for everybody. And something that Bernadette said she also loves to see is certain families that come out all wear matching t-shirts, maybe with their last names on it or numbers and things like that. She said it's just a really great time to get out and know your neighbors and maybe make some new friends and obviously celebrate the history that is Juneteenth. So we see that right there. So again, we will have more coverage on that for you this weekend, but that is Saturday from 12 to 5 p.m. at Eureka Park. All right, and then also back to that video that we teased a little bit earlier in the show. So wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. I skipped the script. I'm so sorry. I'm getting ahead. I got excited for that video. But first, we want to get to our meteorologist, Marshall Downing, who is here with your weather forecast for any of those weekend plans that you might have.
Hello everyone, this is meteorologist Marshall Downing, and today most of the day is going to stay pretty dry for most of us. We do have some showers and even a little bit of storminess on that eastern side of Lynchburg toward the eastern part of the south side as well. I think Campbell, Appomattox, Charlotte counties, that looks right now like the best spot to see some formation. Could get some light showers off towards that western edge of the NRV, Bland with Grayson County. Then we stay really nice and dry for Father's Day weekend. Takes until Juneteenth on Monday for us to get some storms to come back.
All right, so it should be a warm one today and a good one this weekend. So if you guys have any weekend plans, please let us know in the comment section below. Love to hear how you're planning to spend your weekend. But now we want to get to that teaser video. I'm sorry about that little mishap there, but a field day at one elementary school, it became a little more exciting than usual this year. Take a look at this footage. It started as a typical field day in New York City. Samantha Zito and her brother Nicholas were busy waving American flags when they noticed a soldier, but this was just not any soldier. This was Staff Sergeant Nicholas Zito, who is their dad. Look at those hugs right there. Such a sweet reunion moment. Hear what they had to say.
I told her I wanted to do something low-key, just surprise the kids at the house. She said, okay. And then after she picked me up from the airport, she goes, I have to tell you something. And then, here we are.
So Zito has been deployed for a year to Djibouti, Somalia, and Kenya. Oh, such a distance away from his family, but love seeing this reunion. Look how happy they are to see their father. I mean, great story ahead of Father's Day, and you just love seeing, I love seeing videos like this, seeing these reunions, especially with the kids who they're at school, they're not expecting this, and they're so pure, and then all of a sudden, there is their hero, their best friend, who just appears.
And right before Father's Day. I mean, here it is again. So they see him. Oh, and they just run.
Aww.
Like, these make me cry every single time. Like, sometimes when I'm feeling really emotional, I'll just go to, like, a Facebook page of, like, homecoming reunions, and I just watch them all and just, like, it is so sweet, the fact that, you know, and obviously his dedication to our country and his service and, you know, being able to come back to his family, it's just as emotional for him as I'm sure it is his kids.
I bet, yeah. And going on YouTube, there's so many of them that you could see. Happy to see that, you know, they're still happening, like you said. Right ahead of Father's Day, they get to spend it with him. So let us know your guys' thoughts on this. And if you maybe have had any reunions like this here in Southwest Virginia. I know we have,
or if you're planning one.
Exactly. Let us know. We'd love to be there and help cover it and maybe make the surprise even more special if that's possible. I know they're pretty special as it is, but let us know. We'd love to hear about it.
You know Japhanie Gray would turn it into a party.
Oh, she would. She would make it a big party for you guys. And we would turn it into a story for you to share with everybody because we love seeing those. But now we want to get to a kind of funny story out of New Hampshire. Let me know what would happen if you saw this. But a glass company, they had a new employee briefly want to join them. As you can see there, this is a black bear. It hopped into a work truck at a work site and started eating one of the workers' lunches. You can see that's what he's doing. He's chowing down on someone's lunch in that front seat. Well, initially, American Plate Glass welcomed the new employee, but eventually a worker did climb into the roof of the truck to avert the bear's attention from the food. They did probably need that truck back to get their work done. Well, a little bit later, one of the workers spotted the bear outside the truck. The worker said no one felt like they were in danger. Again, this bear, he was just hungry. He was like, oh, look at this lunch. I want some more. And he was just chowing down, having a good time.
I love it. And, you know, and a lot of the times, I mean, at least around here, I don't think we've seen bears this big in, like, Roanoke City.
Yes.
You know, we've covered a couple of them this year, but I don't think any of them have been this big. I'm all for the tiny cubs, and I know where there's a cub, there's a mom.
Yes.
But, like, if I saw this big of a bear, I don't know if I would be able to jump on top of that car and, like, draw its attention to me.
I know, I'd be scared. I don't know what I would do, but again, you don't expect to see this. You're like, he's just hanging out in the front seat. Look at that, eating lunch. And you know, whoever's worker that was like, well, now I don't have a lunch. Thanks, bear.
Exactly.
So they gotta go figure that out. But this is just funny. They were able to capture some video. I know there was a bear running around Salem the other day. We've seen so many bear spottings recently. So just kind of also a cautionary tale that this is that time of year. So secure any food, any trash, things like that, pet food, anything that might attract a bear, just secure it so you don't have one of these run-ins. There are instances where you have to figure out what to deal with.
Find a new friend.
I know. It was definitely very funny to see. But now we want to check in with our amazing web person. We got Jasmine for you, as always, on the phone with us. So, Jasmine, what did you think of that bear in the front seat chowing down on that lunch?
Oh, my goodness. I don't know what I would do if I walked up to my car and saw a bear just chilling outside of it. I thought it was definitely really funny, and I'm glad no one was hurt. And it was a funny situation, but I honestly don't know what I would do if I was to walk up and see that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that he just got in the car and found him some food, he made himself at home.
I know. He was having a good day. He's like, what's your guys' problem? I'm just having some food. You left it here. That's my thing. Oh, my goodness. And then you saw that obviously heartwarming video of the two kids that were reunited with their father. I mean, we love seeing those videos.
Oh, absolutely. And I definitely understand, like, how those kids felt because my dad served in the Marines.
Oh.
So I remember when I was younger just having him gone for long periods of time, and whenever he would be able to return, fortunately, it was always an amazing time. It always brightened my day. So just seeing that in the video, seeing the faces and the smiles, and seeing how happy the dad was to finally reunite with his children definitely just warms my heart.
I had no idea that your dad served in the Marines, so tell him thank you for us. And I was going to ask you if you want to give your dad a quick little shout out for Father's Day, but you just did that. But you got any more you want to add about your dad?
Yeah, he's just awesome. My dad raised me. I am definitely a daddy's girl, and I'm so thankful for his guidance and his leadership. I don't know what I would do without him.
No, we love that. I feel like we all feel the same way, I think, in this room, too, with our fathers. Do we have any comments or viewers today, Jasmine?
Yeah, we have a ton of viewers, and Marshall Downing said the main story that we had, the teaser about the Army dad surprising his kids, said it was so sweet.
Oh, thank you, Marshall, for writing in a comment. We love that. Thank you, Marshall, also for always giving us the weather forecast for the weekend. We appreciate it. And as always, if anyone wants to leave a comment, you want to tell them how to do so, Jasmine?
Yeah, for sure. You just head to our website. The Morning Sprint is the #1 article on our website right now. Give it a click. And then there's a comment form right beneath the live stream where you can leave a comment. You can also leave a comment on our chat box on YouTube. Super easy.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Jasmine. We appreciate it. And tell your dad we said Happy Father's Day.
Of course. You do the same.
All right. Thank you. All righty, guys. And so before we get to those headlines that we've got for you coming up later in the day, I do want to let you know about something that we've been previewing. We're going to be starting next week with our pin-its, their pictures. We want to see your photos. We want to be able to share them here on the Morning Sprint. So we have kind of a theme for every single day we want you to follow. So Monday, we want to share Monday motivation pictures. We want to show anything that you guys have done to kind of help maybe jumpstart the week. We know Mondays can be hard. So anything, whether it's a nice cup of coffee or a walk with a friend, whatever it is you do to get yourself motivated. Tasty Tuesday, of course, any food pictures. Maybe you cooked up something fancy or you went out to eat and really enjoyed your meal. Send us those photos and give that person a little shout out. Workout Wednesday, like we said, any outdoor activities you do inside, whether it's running or you lifting weights or going bicycling, whatever it is. Thankful Thursday, if you want to, what you're thankful for this week. We always love that positive motivation. If you want to give someone a shout out or something specific in your life. And lastly, Family Fridays, what you plan on doing with your family this week, that weekend, and how you plan on spending your weekend. So let us know about that, and we'll start sharing those pictures next week on our Pin It app. But coming up later in our newscast, starting at noon with Alyssa Ray, we have more details on a more than 10 years after a disappearance of Heather Hodges. Her ex-boyfriend, Paul Jordan, was convicted in her murder. The jury only took about an hour to deliberate, and Jordan reported Hodges missing after she disappeared in April 2002. We'll have when he'll be sentenced and the charges he's facing. Plus, Delegate Ren Williams and Marie Marsh want to represent you in Richmond as the delegate for the 47th District, which includes Carroll, Floyd, Henry, and Patrick counties, and the city of Galax. What issues are most important to them? That's coming up. And then Jonathan Patterson is expected back in court today. He's the Buena Vista man convicted of killing his father, retired Assistant Police Chief Jay Patterson, and then setting the home on fire in February of last year. The details on the pre-sentencing report that is happening today. So we'll bring you all the latest details on those stories coming up at noon, again, with Alyssa Ray. That is all we have today for the Morning Sprint. Rebecca, you got anything else?
Nope, just happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Yeah, I hope you get to enjoy it with your family and, kick back, relax, and yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. You guys have a great Friday and a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday morning at 8 a.m.